So this video is going to be slightly different than most of the videos I like to make. However, I would like to really address one of the situations which has been kind of given to me in the comment section recently, which has started to actually become a bigger problem in War Tycoon day and day, which is of course the hacker situation, and that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So to kind of give you guys a quick explanation on what I'm actually going to be talking about today, I'm kind of going to be going through one of the problems which has been happening a while now. Like recently, I have personally seen like a bigger amount of hackers actually coming into the game, and these hackers have been really ruining the game, if I'm being completely honest, just like many hackers in the game. However, with War Tycoon, I feel like that hacker player base has been growing so much and so much more recently, and I believe the reason why that has actually been happening is because a lot of the older players, or just players as a whole, have not been happy with how the game is currently going, which personally I feel like the game has been changed a lot recently. To some people are not as happy about it, but the other people are also happy about it. And I feel like that's the reason why some people do kind of get into that side of the game, and they're just trying to kind of make the game worse in a sense, to make the developers start working on the game the way that they want the game to be kind of changed, which in my opinion is actually not really the right way to go. Okay, so now I would also like to present to you guys two types of hacks which these players like to do. Of course, I'm in a private server, so I'm not breaking any rules, but for an example, what most of these hackers like to do is, let's say they get themselves like a weapon, like maybe I'm just gonna get myself like a FAL heavy for the point of this video, and basically what they love to do is just fly around and just spam their assault rifle on you, or spam something like an RPG on you, which basically it has homing missiles and etc., or just any type of stuff like this. And I believe that some of these hacks are kind of made is they are basically putting features from the private servers inside of the actual game itself. Another type of hack which I was also able to see is the way that the hackers, let's say somebody is just hiding in this garage for an example, hacker is most of the time also able to literally go inside of this wall just like this. Let me actually just press E right now, and basically they're just able to enter like this and just start shooting the player, and the player doesn't even know what's going on, which are just two types of things which have also personally happened to me. So another thing which I would like to also talk about is the Gizmotech Discord server as a whole was literally forced to kind of innovate. In a sense, I believe it was for this reason that they literally had to make their own different support ticket system, where they basically show ticket statuses so people do know how long they have to wait until their ticket gets answered. This hasn't been implemented that long ago, but I feel like the reason why it was implemented is simply because of the fact that people had so many reports regarding stuff that's happening in the game, and mostly I believe it was the hacks and toxicity and etc., but mostly I think it's gonna be the hacks, and that's the reason they literally had to make statuses that show people on when they are actually going to be able to get on and actually answer their tickets. And the amount of tickets that the devs and even the support team itself has to answer is actually incredibly crazy. Like, I believe it's like so many of these. Another thing which I also realized in actually like a long time, we haven't really received any information or any kind of anti-cheat update, because if there was to be some kind of anti-cheat update, then I believe the amount of hackers that came into War Tycoon had to have dropped a lot. But we haven't really seen much of a difference because the hacker base has just been growing much more recently, and I believe the reason for that is also because of the fact that if you do not update an anti-cheat for like a specific amount of times, new scripts, new types of hacks of course like to come out, and the anti-cheat doesn't get updated, so the hacks just get flooded more and more. Anyway guys, that's probably gonna be it for today's video. That's kind of like an issue of War Tycoon which I wanted to address in this video. It's not really any type of hate video or anything, but I'm just trying to talk about the fact of many things that people have been telling me in the comment section down below that they wanted me to cover as a whole, and the amount of hackers that there is in this game recently has been very big. So I really hope before we do get any kind of very big update for the game and etc., we do receive ourselves some kind of new anti-cheat, because it also allows the developers to work on the game more than also having to read the tickets, because reading the tickets, I know it must be a pain. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.